Here's Rick Jordan.
Yes, sir. And I was really excited to see about 100 folks out on Lake Superior this morning. My wife driving the car down the hill, she said, "Wow, look at all those people out there." And I thought, wind shift.
Yeah, wow.
Speaking of wind shift, Russ Francisco, you are close by Lake Superior. Can you see all those folks out there?
Not this morning because I'm working in the warehouse. But I've been telling people the last 2 days, maybe, consider not going.
Well, I'm a little worried about the wind shift. I think, Dave, you said north?
Yeah, and they're going to pick up. I mean, it hasn't been very windy at all until today. And today we could see 30-mile-an-hour winds by this afternoon.
All right, but Russ, if that thing switches around to maybe south, that's scary, isn't it?
Well, you can see a lot. At least when I went home last night, there was a lot of open water out there, and people had moved closer to Duluth, toward the high bridge and stuff. But still, it's sort of chancy. I'd rather people stayed off it for the day, But if it switches and comes hard out of the north, and we get lots of wave action, then it'll bust it up. And the problem is sometimes it'll bust it up next to the shore before you can get there, and that's the problem. If you've ever been on ice that there's a wind underneath, you can feel the ice move up and down. And by the time you get to the shore, it's broke up the ice, and you can't get off. So good time to be careful.
We're on Lake Pokegama, Grand Rapids. Big lake. It's kind of spidery lake. It's got a lot of arms and stuff on it. And 12 inches of ice sounds like a lot, but the stuff was literally waving under your feet.
Yeah, when you start feeling that, you got to remember it comes against the shore. It's got no place to go, and it breaks the ice up.
Oh, boy. It's always something. Mother Nature, she gives you something nice, and then she takes it away.
Yeah, but it'll come back. It'll be cold. We'll have plenty of time. That water is so cold that if you notice it, when it gets below zero or it gets way below freezing, it only takes a day, and all of a sudden we got 4 inches of ice again. It's pretty amazing.
So there's been a lot of success. What kind of fish are they bringing out, do you think?
A lot of cohos, some lake trout. This time of year, people that don't get a chance to fish cohos all summer will go after them because they're available. So they do that. So that's always good. And
you need a license, by the way, folks.
Oh, yes, and you need trout stamp, so.
Oh, yeah. It's always something, isn't it? Always have to have that. We're getting ready for the outdoor show at the arena coming up soon.
Yeah, so we've been talking about all these specials and stuff we've got. We're going to continue to run them, and then on the 16th, we're going to take that stuff and run it all up to the deck. And we have 2 floors of the deck. We have the upper floor and the lower floor. The upper floor will be closeout ice fishing, all that kind of stuff. The lower floor will be all the new stuff, the rods and reels and stuff like that. So that's what we're doing. So we've got, we talked about before, we got all these closeout lures. These are lures from Clam and VMC and stuff. And like Clam is next year is going to put 2 lures in a package instead of 1.
Yeah.
Try and save some packaging stuff.
Yeah.
The price of the product will go up, but so what we did is took all the single packages and put them at half price. So right now you'll be buying that stuff at about a third less than you're going to pay for it next year with 2 in a package. So that's what we're up to, and it's been going pretty good. And then yesterday it took off. It just people are coming in with baskets full of lures and stuff because I think they finally got the hang of what was going on.
Yeah.
We've got like 4,000 lures in that store, and they're all Northland, VMC, Clam, Acme, and they're all half price. I mean, it's just amazing. So people are starting to figure it out, and they're coming in and buying piles of stuff. So it's a good deal. So on the 16th, we take it to the deck, and we do the same thing until the 22nd, and then if it's like last year, we'll be out of stuff. So that's the plan.
Amazing that we're already talking about the outdoor show.
Oh yeah,
and you've got 2. You're on both floors. What's
yeah, we do.
What's up above?
Well, we'll have suits, lures, snowshoes. Everything in that booth will be half price. I mean, everything: hats, gloves, mitts, floating suits, and again, all that stuff will be. It's current, but they're going to change the colors maybe or something. So Clam again is going to change. Their whole line changes for next year, tents and everything. So that's going to be a big change. So we took all the stuff and put it on sale, and so then The Eskimo stuff will pretty much be the same, but there's a few closeouts, so we took that stuff, put it on sale, and then all these lures, like I say, there's some rod and reel color changes, again from clam and fish 13 and stuff. So we just took everything, made it half price. So it's a good deal for people. It's like I say, it's current stuff, current actions. Nothing will change next year, but for colors. So if you want a good deal on stuff, it's a good time.
What other lakes inland, maybe in Wisconsin, obviously Minnesota, what other lakes inland that are coughing up fish?
Well, Chequamegon Bay is hot. There's no doubt about it. That's been good, and they're all the way out to the islands. I talked to a guy last night. Although they did have a pressure crack, and it sort of scared him a little bit. But
yeah.
He said, it's locked in ice all the way to the Basswood. He said, so that's amazing. And then we've got. Oh, golly, Amnicon's good for crappies. The Nebagamon's been pretty good. So there's a lot of lakes, the flowage areas, Solon Springs and stuff. That's been good. There really isn't a bad report coming. Lake of the Woods, Red Lake, everybody I talked to. We didn't have that doldrum in January where fish quit biting. I still think I've always had this theory, and I have no scientific proof of it, but when we don't have snow on the ice, fishing just keeps going good. And so it just seems like that's what's happening. We have lots of ice, so holy cow. Eskimos out of extensions, Strike Masters out of extensions. We have some at the store still, but if you don't have an extension, whether you get it from me or somewhere else, go buy it quick because they're going to run out. There's going to be none. Even Trophy, the aftermarket brands, they're out. But we're on 30 inches ice, 40 inches on Lake of the Woods. I mean, it's going to be a heck of a year.
I saw some pictures out east. I think it was one of the upper New York lakes. They actually had semis driving across the ice.
Oh, yeah.
That's significant.
Yeah, and it's when the thing is, you got to be careful again because if they go real fast, when they get to the other side, it's broke up. So that's why you see, like in the old ice road truckers and stuff, they have low speed limits so they don't cause a wake.
And speed limits probably too.
Yep, that's not for ice. That's for a wake. Because when you're going fast, you have a bump, you create a wave. When you get to the other side, it breaks it up.
Huh. Wow. You would have thought that would be as strong as pavement, but it's not.
No, it's flexible.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. What are your hours at Marine General?
Okay, 9 to 6 Monday through Saturday, 9 to 3 on Sunday, marinegeneral.com all the time. And if you have any questions, give us a call at the 800 number. It's 800-777-8557. We ship every day.
Attaboy. He's the General. Thank you, Russ. See you later.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Lake Mille Lacs is going to do something that, I don't know, it seems like they do this a lot. They are going to alter the take for their perch. Now, perch has been, everybody goes to Mille Lacs for walleyes. Mm-hmm. What they get is perch.
Okay.
It's a cousin of a walleye.
I suppose.
And they get size, and they're pretty tasty. I remember my grandfather and I and my dad sitting out there, and he's from Missouri. He said this is the coldest he's ever been. But he didn't want to leave because he was catching those doggone perch.
They got perch down there, too?
I've never seen one in Missouri.
All right.
I bet they do, though.
So it's probably a taste treat for them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I think he liked to drink.
Okay. All right.
So when you go to Mille Lacs, watch.
There's a new limit.
Yeah, and it might be a different limit than what's on your license or something like that. All right, KDAL time now at 5:19. We'll be right back.
You're listening to KDAL's Fishing Frenzy with Rick Jordan.
All right, back again, 9:21.
9:21.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You must have mentioned a different time.
I don't know where that came from.
I didn't even notice, but
I said 5.
Well, it's later than you think.
Uh-oh.
By a bunch.
Yeah. Pat Kukel, good morning.
Oh, I forgive you, Rick.
Did you hear me say 5:21?
It's fine. I do that all the time.
Do you?
I'm lucky I know what day of the week it is.
But I'm a professional. Dave and I are professionals.
Oh, that's true. You are a professional.
Yep. You get $1.25 an hour.
You do? I want to raise that.
Pat, we're in the middle of winter, and it's a funny one. Ice fishing seems to be the big thing. Is anybody out there?
It is.
Are they out there shooting somewhere?
Oh, yeah, they're shooting at Superior Trap Club every other Sunday, and the kids, I know that the youth in Superior starts in March. And so, again, you know what I sell? I sell anticipation. That's
Right.
my gig. Yeah, so, and turkey season now, we just, is right on my mind because Winchester's offering $50 rebates on their pump turkey guns, and I ordered choke tubes, and choke tubes are, you know, years ago they weren't a thing because the barrels were fixed. You got full, you got what you got.
Yeah.
And then, thank God, somebody came up with the idea of choke tubes, which made one shotgun very versatile. And, of course, they stepped it up. And now Carlson's company has made nothing but choke tubes for years and years. There's other companies out there, but we like Carlson's. We use Carlson's. And I always tell people, I've said this maybe 5,000 times now, you know, if your gun has choke tubes, you have to take them out. You have to lube them up with anything, any type of grease, and take a look at them before you put them back, because otherwise we can't get them out, and then you wind up buying a new barrel, and that's never good. And I preach that all the time.
Well, why do they want to stay in there? Do they rust or expand?
No, the powder builds up.
Oh.
And people, we're not above dipping our guns into water every once in a while either. Of course,
hey, gravity is a terrible thing.
Yeah. But it's the powder sets up. And we we take a torch to it, or after we send it out. So and when you get into those Benellis, that's not $100 barrels. So I always preach it, and people are getting a lot better about it. But one thing they probably, a lot of people do, with rifles, it's deer season. We take them out, we sight them in, we know that. But you got to do that with your shotguns. Now turkey season's coming up, so you get the target, you go someplace where doesn't have to be fancy. You can shoot 25, 30 yards, draw the circle, and try and see where your choke tube shoots, if it's right on, and then try the different shot sizes. And it's so important because and once in a while we get a bad choke tube too, but just everything man-made is going to fail at some point. Yeah. But you need to do that, and even with trap shooters, because every gun, again, not as exacting as rifles, but just as important. So we're getting a whole pile of choke tubes in, I believe, and we like Carlson's. I prefer Carlson's over some of the own manufacturers, as a matter of fact. And there's so much out there. Of course, like with everything else, now we have choke tubes for TSS shot. We have them for bismuth. We have the cremators for duck hunting.
Whoa.
But that's all good. But try. You might be surprised where that gun is shooting, or if it prefers 6s over 5s.
Wow.
And
this is all new to me. I've never had a gun. Oh, wait a minute. I've never had a choke tube. Totally ignorant of what they do and how to use them. I am. Mm-hmm. I admit it.
Well, when I used to shoot trap, back when I had a life, I was fixed. It was a fixed choke, and you'll often find that in trap guns. But that's a little different. It's a dedicated one. But you've got these beautiful guns now. Winchester, Benelli, Super, all these great guns. Make them versatile, and the way you make them versatile. I had trouble with that word.
That's a good one.
It's a hard one, more than one syllable. Is with choke tubes, and so now you've got everything you need. You've got your turkey gun, you've got the cremator chokes, and you've got full for traps. So yeah, it's a good. I think people are aware of it, but I don't know if enough people take the time to go and pattern that shotgun, and they should.
I was just thinking that if you had a 12 gauge and a 20 gauge, or even a 16 gauge, that's your choke tube right there. You just switch to the other gun. No?
Not really. No, let's talk about turkey hunting, which you need that extra full choke. Well, you still need an extra full choke in a 20. You still need that extra full for the turkeys because your target is so. You can certainly change guns, but you still have to make sure that it's choked correctly. And Carlson, God bless them, they've gone way out of their way for not just the standard Browning, but they've got a variety, and they're pretty much keeping on top of things with choke tubes for the new manufacturers. So it's an impressive company. They've come a long ways, that's for sure.
The name like Carlson is probably based in Minnesota or Wisconsin?
It's Nebraska.
Close enough.
Yeah, close enough, yeah. So that's good. And like I said, we've got the $50 rebate on Winchester turkey guns now, and I'm sure a few more rebates coming up. And it's a good time. Now it's February, we're getting there. It's a good time to start looking around. And like I said, the Superior Trap Club is open every Sunday for open shooting, so that's good.
That is good. What do you recommend for turkeys, somebody buying a gun specifically for turkeys? 12, 16, 20?
20 or 12.
Okay.
20 or 12. You're going to have much, much, much more ammunition offers with 20 or 12. And that's another thing that's come a long ways. With these kids, the Kitchigumi chapter has their youth hunt, and they have almost all 20 gauges. And if the kids don't have a gun, they have one for the use for obvious reasons, recoil. You're not shooting as much as you are with trap, but still. And everything that is offered in the 12 is offered in the 20, be it a choke tube or ammunition. So either one works fine.
Good. You're located where?
We're right on the corner of Ogden and Winter. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5, and come on in and chat or just come on in and look around. It's coming. The hunting seasons are coming.
It is, yeah. We start with this one, and then we get into the big ones later.
Yep.
All right. Keep a tight line, shoot straight, and we'll see you next week.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Pat Kukl. Ooh, the time, correctly, 9:30.
Pretty close. 9:29.
No.
9:32 now at KDAL.
Thank you.
All right.
And I had a caller. Well, here, let's introduce Johnny Charleston first. Morning, John.
Good morning.
John, a little bit ago, I mentioned that Lake Mille Lacs is going to change their perch limits on Lake Mille Lacs. And I had a caller say, well, what kind of perch? So I had to sniff around a little bit here. It was yellow perch.
All right.
And I, to be very honest, don't know the difference. Johnny, do you?
No. When you just mentioned that and said yellow perch, my brain went right to, is there another kind other than the yellow?
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I always thought of a perch as a perch, and sometimes you see little itty-bitty perch fry, and you see some of these great big ones off of Rice Lake that are almost the size, like pounders, and it's like, are those the same thing?
It's a sick walleye.
I'm questioning myself.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess if you're headed down there, stop at a bait shop down that way and ask them, what's the limit?
What? Yeah. So was there a change in the limit?
Yeah.
Is it just one bucket full now, or instead of two, or
it goes from a trunk load to a wheelbarrow load, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. All righty.
To be honest, don't know if I'd drive from Iowa to Lake Mille Lacs to fish perch.
But some do, and perch fries. Huge, especially in, for some reason, central Wisconsin. A lot of those little bars, when they're having a fish fry, it's perch, and perch fries are fantastic.
According to this, the daily possession limit for yellow perch on Mille Lacs will be reduced from 10 down to 5.
Oh, my.
So there
5
you go.
Perch, that's... A person should know that, because it's sometimes you get into the perch, it's pretty easy when they're biting to put 10 on your stringer, but it's the limit's 5, I guess we're going to have to stop at 5.
Yeah, but we've got 4 people in the boat.
There you
Good.
go.
You're going to need it, because you need about 20 of those perch to play them up and to get the deep fryer going.
Yeah. And I suppose when they're ice fishing there, if you get a herd of perch coming in, you're going to have a lot of fish.
Yeah. And last time I kept a load of perch, there was a couple of us fishing Red Lake, and the crappies weren't cooperating anymore, and we found perch, and we ended up cleaning up a half a pail of perch for about 3 guys fishing.
Minnows? Leeches?
Yeah.
Minnows.
Crappie minnows. Crappie minnows always seem to do good on the perch.
Why don't they call them perch minnows then?
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
They should, but I don't know. It's marketing. Everyone wants to market the higher end stuff. That's why they call them crappie minnows, I guess.
What do you sell?
Crappie minnows.
Don't use them for perch.
Yeah. Well, you can use them for perch, but they're intended for the crappies.
Yeah.
Well, and right now off of 21st, I guess we could be calling them coho minnows. But with that north wind coming this morning, I think I'm gonna pump the brakes before I go running out there myself, because I wouldn't want to go trolling today.
You can't see them from your store up on Rice Lake Road, but Strandberg, you got the window out there. There's hundreds?
You've got it closed now, so I can't tell.
Sorry, I did. Sun was beaming and blinded me.
I gotcha.
Yeah, we came down the hill, and it looked like...
I know yesterday there was a bunch. Whether they're still there this morning, I'm not sure.
Well, it looked like suburban Bloomington.
Yeah, okay.
It was unbelievable. And some nice houses and other people just braving the winds, and the winds are going to be up to 30 miles an hour, which could shift the ice totally different.
Yeah, especially if that wind is coming out of the north or west. Both of those are winds that are going to push the ice away from the shore that you're trying to get to. So, yeah, have a care.
Have a care, indeed. Lots of it, because your life depends on it. I want you to go fishing, believe me, but to do it so you can get home and have supper with those fish.
We
All
don't
right.
we don't want to make the Coast Guard earn their pay today.
Oh, boy, those people. Tough people. So what other lakes are you seeing some fish come out of up your way?
A few coming off of Boulder and a little bit off of Rice. And while it's on my mind, tomorrow is the new date for the United Northern Sportsman Fishing Contest.
Yes.
So tomorrow, Island Lake. First place is $1,000. Second place is $500. Third is $250. And there's also a $1,000 drawing that you don't even have to go fishing. You can just buy your $5 ticket and have a chance at that. So
right, yeah, I got that.
Come by the shop and come get your $5 ticket.
Yeah,
and you can come get a bunch of them, because I got quite a stack of tickets to sell here, and I don't want to bring them back empty.
I know, and if you don't know where United Northern Sportsman is, I don't think you have to put in at the UNS landing. You can get in however you want to get in, because, the boat landings are closed. Nobody's taking a boat out there. But
I think they go on through that landing entrance. So you go past that Sunset Bar, and it's about another block on your right. You'll see it, because it's going to look like a city of people out there. And that contest goes from 12:30 to 3:30, so you can even sleep in and still go to the contest. So
good. I'm glad you've got that thing. I left mine in the car. My information. By the way, there's a new restaurant there near the bridge.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, they're going to specialize in Greek food.
Okay, so I can go get a gyro up there. Perfect.
Yeah, we stopped there last weekend. It's pretty darn good. Nice people.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, other lakes that might be hot this time of year?
Guys, I'm hearing some crappies coming off of Fish Lake in that High Banks area.
Yeah, there's a lot of people there.
A lot of people there, and they're getting a few crappies, and then fishing in a little bit shallower. I think some perch and occasional walleye, but I think more crappies than walleyes are being caught these days.
Yeah, probably. There was a horde of houses and anglers out by the airplane island, if that rings a bell.
Yeah, that's kind of right where the lake goes from the Narrows, and it starts to open up into the main lake, and that's kind of the area you wanna probably start at anyway.
There's a tough spot. Remember the landing over by the dam?
Yeah.
The wind has blown a huge iceberg. It pretty much blocks that. If you thought you could drive out there, you can't. That thing blocks you.
Yeah, that happens almost every year. I don't know it's the shape of the lake or whatever, but I know there's usually a big pressure ridge or a big pile of ice, and it seems like if you want to go onto the lake with a vehicle, go to High Banks and give Tim a few bucks for his ice road that he's maintaining, and that's the best, safest way to get on and off Fish Lake right now. And
you could always stop for a Pepsi afterwards.
Yes. Yeah, stop for a Pepsi and a frozen pizza and warm up after you've been out in the wind for 5-6 hours.
All right. What's cooking at your store at Fisherman's Corner?
Charleston's.
What
we got cooking today? Right now, I'm packing up waxies like crazy because everyone's been buying them, and we just got a fresh load in, and then getting all geared up for a nice busy weekend because it's warm, and people are going to be taking advantage of it because it's not 20 below anymore, and we like that.
Yes. Charleston's.
Yes, you bet.
Yeah, all right. Hours?
We open up the bait shop at 6. We open up archery at 9 to close them down together at 8 o'clock and 7 on Sundays.
It's Charleston's. You probably wouldn't find a Charleston at Fisherman's Corner.
Well, once in a while, if I'm going to go fishing, I like to support the other bait shops, too.
Do you really? Seriously?
Oh, sure. You bet. Yeah, I love going fishing, especially if I'm out of town.
Yeah.
I sometimes will leave my bait at home on purpose, and so if I'm going fishing out of town, I can stick my head in the door of another bait shop and BS with some other bait shop people and see what they got going and pump them for information for where the fish bite is.
BS meaning butterscotch.
Yes.
All right, we better quit here, Johnny. I'm backing up. Thank you very much. All right. Wow. That was an interesting 15 minutes.
There you go.
I messed up so badly.
9:42. Let's see. Dave Miller next from Northwest Outlet.
Yeah. Dave Miller, top of the morning.
Good morning, Rick. Good morning, Dave. And good morning, everybody.
Everybody. And I found out my young red Labrador may not be a good hunter, but he's a good conversationalist. You ready for this? I walked outside the other day, and there was a deer standing out there in the septic field. My dog right next to him.
I guess you might be right on that hunter part. But
it's weird. The dog's color has changed from kind of yellow to definitely red.
And
maybe looks like a deer.
Yeah, why would that deer risk that? But that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is interesting. I'd like to keep that relationship going till next fall.
Yeah, right. And speaking of kind of cool, man, that wind is blowing out there today.
Yeah, I kind of worry for some of the anglers on the lakes.
Yeah. Well, and we're getting ready to head up the shore. There's the mail run sled dog races up the Gunflint Trail, up at Trail Center. And got a call to come up and help with communications for it. So,
what do you use? What kind of radios?
2-meter ham radio kind of stuff, and then work through the repeater system that's up the Boundary Waters area there. And and so hopefully the wind will die down by tomorrow morning. Although I think it's going to be a little chilly right off the bat, But looking, gosh, this is the first getaway since October. Looking forward to just getting out and doing some stuff. But we just did our final mark down here on all the Columbia North Base and just so much winter stuff throughout the store. And there's deals up to 50% off on some things throughout the store here, but definitely up in the 40% off range for sure. So, folks, if you're looking for winter stuff, now is the time to get it.
All right.
There's still a little winter left too. I would guess.
Bit, yeah.
Oh yeah. There's time to enjoy it. You bet, absolutely. But looking forward to staying warm, and I think it's the 14th. I saw there's a candlelight ski, snowshoe, and hike up at Jay Cook State Park. There's another one up at Gooseberry too. Minnesota's got a site that shows the winter activities. But the interesting part is when you look at it, there's very few that have like candlelight cross country skis. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of wondering if that might be related to snow, the availability of stuff. But I didn't have time to dig into it at all. But we're definitely in a snow drought here right now. Right?
I agree with you. In our area up in Gunnison, normally we should have about knee-high snow, and it's just above the ankles right now. It's pretty, pretty light.
Yeah, we've had snow, but it just seems like it warms up and it melts down to something hard. And, the dog's walking on it, and half the time he's on top, and then every so often breaking through. But it's kind of another one of those interesting winters. But at least we got that early snow to get something on the ground, and I hope we get more.
What are your hours at Northwest Outlet, Dave?
We're open Monday through Friday, 9 until 6, Saturday 9 to 5:30. We're closed on Sundays. Folks, whatever you do, you can do. Get outside and enjoy the great outdoors. There's so many things going on, and don't worry about the ticks too much, and we'll talk with you next week. Everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you.
And we're back. More of the Frenzy, 9:49 here at KDAL.
Boy, time's sure flying.
Yep.
We're going to head up to Fisherman's Corner, top of the morning there.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. Matt King joins us. Windy enough for you yet?
Yeah, it is windy out there, that's for sure. But it's the temps aren't bad, so it's not terrible. But yeah, it is windy for sure. You're going to want to fish in a house today if you're out fishing on the lake.
Yeah. There's a lot of people down here on this end of Lake Superior. I don't know. They may be pulling off right now.
Yeah, they better be careful. That wind is whipping, and then that sheet isn't locked in, so you could get blown out and go for a little ride. You'd be trolling instead of jigging stationary.
Yeah, meet me in Thunder Bay.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to do that.
What lakes up your way have you heard fish coming out of?
Fish Lake has been one of the predominant ones, I would say. That's been a lot of people out there. And they're getting wheelhouses out there and everything. That's been one of the most popular. Caribou's been pretty popular for panfish. There's been, the guys who know Island Lake well, they've been going out there and doing all right, and same with Boulder. But they get fished a lot less than I would say Fish Lake.
Well, I've been on Island Lake a lot in the summer. I've always been busy doing something hockey or working on in the winter. Do we fish? Would you suggest fishing summer spots in the winter?
You could for some of the walleyes, I would say, if you get them, where the humps come up and stuff like that. Probably, though, some of those are going to want to find some of the shallower humps that come up. Points that have, I don't like if it's got a real quick drop on it, I'd like just a little bit more, not super gradual, but a little bit more of a gradual drop, just outside that weed line, where it comes up into that, maybe from 20-25 to coming up into like, anywhere from 16 to, 12 feet of water or whatever on a lot of points and stuff. That's what I would focus more on the walleye fishing, or humps that come up to 12, 14 feet out in the, could be anywhere, right? Those fish will come up on those spots in the evening and the mornings. And then crappie fishing and stuff, Island's a tough one to it's a lot. There's a lot of big water.
Yes, there is.
A lot of deep water. So, you got to find the right holes. Some 25 to 30 foot holes that hold those fish, and like you say, there's a lot of that on Island Lake.
I'm thinking of access to Island Lake. Certainly up United Northern Sportsman's, that's a good one. And then the one by the dam.
Yep.
That's pretty good. But the Gavitt Road, we were there last weekend, and it didn't look like anybody had been through there in a vehicle.
Yeah, I don't know if they go out of there or not in the winter. Yeah, you're basically the two you're talking about, the dam over there, and then the other one over towards Northwestern, just past it too. There's a boat launch over there too, and that's probably your two primary spots, I think. One on each side of the lake there, because you can't go under the bridge there with a car. So
no,
and I wouldn't. That's quite a you can't get there. It's tough in a boat depending on the water level.
Sometimes it is. Yeah, you bump your head.
Yeah. So,
what else you cooking out your way? We got about 5 more minutes we can chat.
Yeah. So, we've been running some sales and stuff, and people have been coming in. There's been the guys going on Lake Superior. We've been getting them set up, and, they're going everywhere. I mean, fishing is so nice right now where you can pretty much drive on any lake. There's not much snow. I was out fishing last weekend there, and I saw anywhere from 24.5 to 22.5 inch ice.
That's good.
Yeah, you can drive vehicles anywhere. There's not a lot of snow, a little bit of drifts. So, they're going everywhere. We got people going every direction that are coming in the store, all the way up to Lake of the Woods to, they're going to Rapids area, to Cotton, to Carlton. They're going up, Fish Lake and that area, and they're just going everywhere because the conditions are the best we've seen in, a number of years.
Yeah. I used to live in Rapids, and I can tell you that they aggressively market their winter fishing up that way.
Yeah, absolutely. You got a lake every mile,
or more.
So I mean, it's just a great area from Brainerd all the way to Lake Big Fork.
Yeah,
it's just a great area of fishing. I mean, there's so many lakes and so many different kind of species you want to go for. It's a lot of fun. When we were out last weekend, we got a couple of. My cousin got a nice 26.5 inch walleye we released, and then about a half hour later, I got one 25.5.
Wow.
We released that one. We didn't catch a lot that night. That's all we caught for walleyes.
Yeah.
Crappie fishing was good. We got some nice crappies, and then we got some nice pike too. I think the one pike he got was like 38 inches long and about 18.5 inch girth on it.
Oh, porky.
It was big fish there. But yeah, the fishing's been good. Everybody I talked to has been doing pretty good. When you can go out and get everywhere, you're accessing a lot of spots that you don't normally want to walk to or whatever.
Yeah.
When you can drive your car, so it's been pretty good that way.
Speaking of driving a car, that Highway 38 that runs north out of Rapids, usually on the right-hand side, there is lake after lake after lake. But unfortunately, there's no access from the road, which sits way up here, down to the lakes.
Some of them.
They hide their accesses.
Yeah, some of them are tough to get onto for sure, and some of them, we've been driving down some of these forest roads, and they're packed down pretty good. So we've been able to still get down the forest roads because up there too, they got less snow than we got here. I would say there's probably 10 inches less snow up there. So you can access. We talked to the conservation officer, came out and checked us there, and he was saying, too, that, this year you can get around everywhere on all these forest roads, so you can access these lakes that on a normal winter snow you wouldn't be able to access. So look around. There's a lot of good spots to fish. Like we said, that Rapids area and stuff, there's a lot of lakes around there. And so you can, it's endless opportunities, that's for sure.
It's incredible. Get an aerial map, you'll be shocked. All right, some good deals at Fish Corner up there by Pike Lake.
10% off our reels and bait coolers. We got 15% off heaters and sleds. 20% off of augers and ice rods and combos and tip-ups, and 20% off all the catch cover items. Those are those sleeves to go down through your wheelhouses and stuff, and the covers for them. And we got 30% off winter hat and gloves. So come on in and check it out. We're getting our summer stuff. I just got in a whole bunch of Grundon's deck boots, new stocked up on those. We're getting rods in and reels for summer and things like that too. So if you're looking for any of that, we're starting to get that in. So come on in and check it out.
What do you find that's really new, that really catches your attention as an angler for this coming year?
Probably some of they're developing new jigs every day. I think we talked about a little bit about this last week. Was the jig market is getting bigger and bigger because of that forward-facing sonar, right? It's becoming this pitch and pitch your jig out over that sonar wherever those fish are. And so they're coming out with new jigs with different shaped jigs so they pick up easier on that sonar and stuff like that. So that's probably what I'm seeing some of the new items that are out there that are going to be really good.
Yeah, I better check my bank account. I may be interested in one of the new sonars.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay, what are your hours?
We are 8 to 6, Monday through Saturday, and Sundays we're 8 to 5.
Matt King, thank you very much. Good job.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Appreciate it. Coming up on 10 o'clock here at KDAL. Dave, thank you for your efforts.
Oh, certainly. Thank you. Be free in here, Rick. You'll be here again next week, I understand.
I don't know if they'll want me back. Give the time wrong, you're out of here.
Stick around for the Bruce Siskey Show right after news on KDAL.